Welcome back to Empowerment Radio. Aging is joy, and we just don't really see it as such. And we just talked before the break about regrets. And one thing I find about regrets so interesting is in some ways it can be like hunger. So we can feel hunger and notice that, well, we haven't eaten for a while and panic, or we can get really excited about what it is, what we want to put in a sandwich or get out of the refrigerator. And it's just about being a little bit more open and creative. And do you feel that in aging in general, we have to be just more flexible in regards to how we bring more joy? Not feeling like, well, what used to bring me joy were the kids. Well, they're gone. What used to bring me joy was running a marathon. Can't do it. What used to bring me joy was my work. I'm retired. Now what? I mean, is there like an openness that we have to somehow reclaim?
I absolutely believe that that's a huge piece of it, because when we're young, we're looking forward to what we can do, and then finally we reach the pinnacle of that, which is 21. Now you can drink, right? And then after that, people start thinking, oh, well, there's nothing left, right? And it's this decline. And I say, absolutely not. Shift it up, right? And we can, self-included, get stuck in saying, I used to run all the time, and my body now says, hey, you're better to walk and you're better to do yoga. You can walk fast, but this is much better for your body. And so, yes, there was an initial sense of loss of, oh, my body doesn't want to do that anymore. It doesn't feel good. And so there's a kind of a wake up, or when we have to start wearing reading glasses, it's like, oh, darn it, right? But that's where the choice is. We have the choice to say, oh, I'm angry about not being able to run anymore. Or we can say, thank you for the fact that I can walk. And then when runners pass me, instead of looking, going, God, they're able to, run and I'm not, I look and I say, oh my God, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? And so I think it's about cultivating that. And I think it's very important because, talking about relationships, I think some people, it's the same paradigm in relationships. Some people who are single will look at a couple and say, I hate that, how awful, right? I don't have that. Other people will look and say, isn't that a beautiful couple? I love what they radiate. I love what they are a role model of in the world.
Yeah.
So I think if we age that way, age in appreciation for what we can do, valuing what we can do in the here and now. So rather than being the 15-year-old who's not appreciating being 15 until he can drink, right? It's the idea of not doing that in reverse, not appreciating where we are for what we can do and what we can contribute, which is substantial. It may be different, but different isn't bad.
Right.
Different may be far better. And that's what I am really proud to say to people is I am happier than I have ever been because I'm living my passion. I'm helping other people. I'm spreading the word about what I find important. And so for me, it's about letting people know that once you hit, 35, 40, 45, 50, whatever your magic number is, it's not some death knell. Death can come to us when we're 10, when we're 5. I had a niece die when she was, a year old from a cardiac, heart issue. And so for me, it's death isn't any closer. Death has always been there.
Right.
So it's about maximizing our experience on this planet and contributing to the self and to each other in a wise and aware way.
But I think in this regard, we do need to watch out also how we talk about ourselves, the inner commentary, which I think is one of those ways that prevent us from actually enjoying that everyday aging process, which we all are a part of. And I see this often with my clients, how critical they become and how they just focus with their magnifying glasses on the wrinkles and the sagging skin, and they don't really see all the beauty that there is still. And in that regard, I would like you to comment on relationships, because often one or the other partner may feel not so attractive anymore, so they are withdrawing from their partner, or the partner becomes more critical and is not so attracted anymore to the partner because they only hold on to what was and they don't really see anymore what is and what can be. What do you recommend for couples that are struggling with aging together?
So I think that we're, gosh, in a women's group class. Huh?
We only have 3 minutes, so.
It's a deep topic. Okay. In my women's group last night, one woman shared how when she's dating right now, she's 60, starting to date again. And the man, she found the ideal man, but he is not physically what she wants. Interesting, as often happens, a woman across the room, when it was her turn, she said, I want to share this with you. I love my husband. I'm in a very happy marriage. And when I met him, I was not at all attracted to him. But as we dated and slowly explored each other, I fell in love with his spirit, and I began to find him attractive in the most compelling way. I think it is the same way with the aging process. That if we fall in love with the person's spirit and focus on what really matters, which is being a person of integrity, kindness, and compassion. Because you can be the wealthiest, most beautiful or handsome person in the world, and if you don't have integrity or kindness, that's not attractive at all. At all. It's
so true.
Almost repulsive, right? So if you look at your mate and you're focusing on saggy skin or a stretch mark, or I would say, why are you focusing on that? Is this not your beloved? Is this not the person that you have vowed to care for and love? Why are you focusing on something that's just tissue? It's just cells. Why aren't you focusing on the heart? Maybe you and your sweetheart need to have quite a few heart-to-heart talks about what you value in life. And if what you value is a 20-year-old body, be it a male body or a female body, I'm wondering if maybe your priorities need to be adjusted. Because you too are it's likely you're not 20 either, right? So again, to me, it's about fostering love and connection in the relationship. We get hyper-focused on the external, on looks and what we have. And I would recommend for couples who are struggling with that, yes, it's lovely to find your partner attractive and sexy and yummy, but I think that happens when we fall in love with their spirit.
Right. Well, that's really so beautiful to learn to look through the heart at any age and not through our eyes, and really see and appreciate what we feel and not what we see. And I also think in your book you wrote about how important it is to have goals together and really, have plans together. I think often when we are going through our lives, taking care of jobs and business and mortgages, and then all of a sudden we have no longer these pressures, sometimes we don't know what to do with each other. And just being really aware of, yes, we need to redefine how we are moving forward, what we are looking forward to, what projects we want to share, all of those great things. But unfortunately, time is up. I wanted to talk about so many other things, so you have to come back. We have to do this again, because there are a lot of topics that we definitely want to talk about and hear your wisdom and your teaching from. So thank you so much. I'm just going to quickly say people can find you where?
drcarlamanley.com.
And your books
AgingJoyfully.com, for that matter.
Perfect. And you can find the books everywhere, Amazon and so on, wherever you
Amazon
buy
and Barnes
books.
and Noble. If you like shopping local as I do, there's a link on my website to IndieBound. Type in your zip code and you'll find out a store that has it close to you.
I highly recommend both books. Highly recommend also just reaching out to Dr. Carla, Wonderful soul, wonderful teacher, wonderful therapist. Thank you so much for being on the show. And
thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. And well, thank you for tuning in today again. And I hope that this inspires you just to enjoy every day. Don't count the days, but make every day count. Goodbye.